Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ryan here. Hope you guys are doing okay. Today we're going to be reacting to Never Let Me Go episode number 2. Episode 1 was such a good start. I like the pacing of the story so far. I like that they're not rushing to get them to fall in love with one another. I like that they're giving them time to really adjust to their new environment, you know, and that they recognize that they do come from different backgrounds. And I really like Mom's character. She's such a powerful figure. She might be my favorite character so far. And I've read some of you guys' comments comparing this series to Kin Porsche. Some elements of it reminding me of Kin Porsche. I totally see that. So I'm very excited to see where episode 2 is going to take me. Guys, thank you so much for being here and thank you for your time. Really quickly before we start, I just want to say hi and hello to our newest patrons. Again, if I'm mispronouncing your name, you know the drill. Let me know in the comment section down below or on Instagram. Send me a direct message letting me know the proper pronunciations of your name because I do want to address you properly. Cap Perfect Hair, I love the name. Thank you so much and welcome. M Girl, hi M Girl, thank you so much and welcome. Brittany Bird, hi Brittany, thank you so much and welcome to you as well. My fellow army, Purple Jimin, annyeong, thank you so much, welcome. Faith Woodings, hi Faith, thank you so much and welcome. And last but not the least, Ariel, hi Ariel, thank you so much and welcome to you as well. Alright guys, here we are, episode 2, Never Let Me Go. Thank you so much again for being here and thank you for your time. Before we start, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss my next video. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and start. It's such a huge house. Ooh, is that eggs Benedict?
ทำไรอ่ะป้านิดน่ากินจังเลย
เขาเรียกเอ็กเบเนดิกรู้จักไหม
ไม่รู้จัก
I want that.
ผมรู้จักแต่ไข่เจียวไข่ดาวไข่ตุ๋นอะอะไรดิบๆนี่ผมไม่เคยได้ยินเลยอ่ะป้า
ก็
It's
อาหาร
good.
เช้าของพวกคนรวยเขานั่นแหละนี่ก็
It's very for rich people.
อาหารเช้าอ่ะกินแค่อย่างเดียวก็ได้มั้งจะทำไปทำไมเยอะแยะอ่ะป้า
Oh, he's so cute.
เอ้ายังไม่ไปอีกไป
Go take it to your friend. Damn, that's a huge ass table. He's like, why are you doing that?
ทำไมวันนี้มาเสิร์ฟอาหารงานเยอะนะมึงอะพอดีป้านิดยังทำอาหารไม่เสร็จนะครับก็เลยผมมาช่วยเสิร์ฟก่อนกลัวคุณหนูจะหิวแล้วป้านิดจะทำอาหารเพิ่มทำไมอ่ะ
Right.
ดูบนโต๊ะสิของเยอะแยะไปหมดแล้วกูกินคนเดียวนะแม่ก็ไม่อยู่เนี่ยของกูกินหมดก็เป็นฟู้ดเวสต์สิ แล้วมึงกินอะไรยัง
I love that he's not a bratty kid. In spite of being the son, the sole son of an empire, he's like super humble and you know, he's like, why are you doing that? Like, why is auntie making so many dishes when I'm the only one eating? And look at this damn table, it's too big and I'm the only one eating here. My mom's not here. He doesn't act like the typical rich bratty kid that you often hear about or you see in movies or in television. So I like that he's so grounded. I like this kid.
เดี๋ยวป้านิดทำข้าวไข่เจียวให้ผมกินครับ
เอ้าแล้วจะทำเพิ่มทำไมอ่ะ
Right.
มึงมานั่งกินอยู่กูมั้ย
ไม่เป็นไรดีกว่าครับเดี๋ยวผมไปกินในครัวก็ได้
Oh.
ทำไมไม่อยากกินเป็นเพื่อนกูอ่ะนายบอกว่าถ้าทำตามที่กูสั่งไงนั่งลงกินเป็นเพื่อนกู
Because he just wants somebody to accompany him. He just looks so lonely.
กินสิเดี๋ยวไปโรงเรียนสายหรอก อยากตักกินอะไรกินเลย
Oh my god.
ถ้ามึงไม่กินในกูป้อนนะ
Oh my. He means well. It's the delivery that, you know, he needs to work on, but understandable. He probably doesn't have a lot of this type of interactions before.
ผมทานเองได้ครับ
Oh,
ลองดู
try it. How do you eat it?
ไม่เห็นจะยากอะไรเลย หิวข้าวที่ผมกินที
He acts like a dad.
ปาล์ม
Oh no!
มันนั่งกินอะไรตรงนี้ทำไมไม่ไปกินที่ครัวคือ
ไม่เป็นไรหรอกครับลุงนนท์อย่าไปว่าเขาเลย ผมเป็นคนบอกให้เขามากินกับผมเอง
ผมว่ามันดูไม่เหมาะนะครับคุณหนึ่งให้ปาล์มกินในครัวกับผมกับป้านิ่งนั่นแหละครับดีแล้วเอาแล้วนี่ไม่รีบไปโรงเรียนเหรอรถเมล์มันมาช้าไม่ใช่เหรอเดี๋ยวรถติดนะครับ
Wow.
เดี๋ยวผมไปรอที่รถนะครับคุณหนึ่ง
There's a lot that happened there. Oh my god. The social class difference was in full display, and it's sad to see, but it's reality. Palm was doing what he was told even though it was against initially what he wanted to do. But how can you defy the person that is giving you the orders? And dad just brought him right back to ground zero, reminding him that he's not up there. What are you doing? Although dad doesn't mean any harm, but because he also works for the family, he doesn't want to get in trouble. He's bringing in this kid to protect their son, not to have breakfast with him. So he reminded him quickly, remember who we are and remember who this person eating in front of you. So back to the kitchen. That's sad. And then seeing Neungdiao's expression after that, this makes the situation even more sad because he was just trying to have breakfast with a friend. This huge empty table with empty seats, like really nice looking seats too, in this big empty room really just makes this scene even more lonely and sad feeling, Nice chandeliers, nice ceiling, nice drapes, nicely tiled floors, and a really expensive looking room. But the entire room is empty. The seats are empty. Regardless of how nice and how much food Neungdiao has in front of him, that's the only thing that's in front of him. There's no mom, no dad. Sad. This picture, this view, this scene is so powerful. Pobrecito.
รู้ใช่ไหมว่ามันไม่ได้รู้ครับพ่อแต่ว่าเมื่อกี้นี่เขาเป็นคนชวน
Oh,
เขาชวน
poor
แล้วก็จะป
baby.
ฏิเสธเป็นสิวะอย่าให้กูเห็นเองนะ
Don't do that again. Oh, but the dad's just doing his job. He's serious about his job because he feels indebted for this family. I don't know why though, aside from them providing him with a source of income. I don't know if he's done something else. Right.
ก็ไปโรงเรียนสายหรอกอีกอย่างที่ในรถก็ว่างไม่ต้องไปติดรถเอง
Of course, dad's
ไม่
gonna
สิ
say
วะ
no.
คุณหนึ่ง
I really like Neungdiao's attitude. Such a humble kid, empathetic. He's just a good kid. And that was just the opening. They know exactly how to grab your attention and hold on to you and get you feel invested. Before they even get to the meat of the story or of the episode, they already know they need to grab your attention, and they're doing such a good job at that. So good. Episode 2, you're off to a good start. Friends. Oh, so they have titles every single episode. The first one was Dad.
一样痛苦所以我选择他
Hello.
เสียงสังหารเยอะมากครับ
He seems polite.
ชื่อช็อปเปอร์
ชื่อปาล์ม
กูพูดกูมึงกับมึงได้ปะ
ตามสบายไว้ย
กูถามนั่นเองดิก่อนมึงย้ายมามึงอยู่ไหนอะ
กูก็
อืม
ชลบุรีอ่ะ
ชลบุรีเลยเหรอแล้วมึงอยู่ที่นู่นมึงทำอะไรอะ
ปกติกูก็ทำประมงจับปลาอะไรเงี้ย
จับปลาเลยเหรอโคตรเท่
That sounds so cool.
เอาเป็นว่าถ้ามึงอยากถามอะไรกูหรือว่ามึงไม่เข้าใจอะมึงถามกูได้ตลอดเลยนะ
ขอบใจเว้ย
Uh-oh, his friend has a new friend. Uh-oh.
นี่มึงต้องการอะไรมึงอยากได้อะไรมึงก็บอกมา
Oh.
อยากให้คุยกับผอ.หรือของงบเพิ่มเนี่ยมึงพูดมาเลยแล้วมึงเห็นกูเป็นคนยังไงวะก็ถ้ามึงไม่อยากเป็นเพื่อนกูอ่ะมึงก็บอกกูดีๆก็ได้ ไม่ต้องมองว่ากูมาช่วยมึงเพื่อหาผลประโยชน์หรอก คือว่าแบบนี้มันโคตรแย่เลยเฮ้ย
Yeah, he's suspicious, guys.
ขอโทษ
He fell into his trap, if it is a trap. But Ben looks so innocent. Ben, don't do this to me.
ไม่เป็นไรกูเข้าใจ มันก็น่าจะมีคนเข้าหามึงแบบนั้นเยอะแหละใช่ปะกูว่าจะชวนมึงไปเล่นเปียโนให้กับสมาคมเล่นรำสนใจปะพอดีว่าตอนนี้เนี่ยเขากำลังหามือเปียโนอยู่ แล้วก็พวกกูก็มาแจมบ่อยด้วย ก็เลยว่าจะมาชวนสนใจปะจะดีเหรอ คือกูก็ไม่ได้เก่งขนาดนั้นนะ กูกลัวอายเขาว่าโอ้โห มึงเก่งดิ กูจำได้ตอนวันที่สมาคมเป็นคนเก่งมึงไปดูเลยอ่ะ
Everyone looks so innocent so far, and I really don't want them to turn into terrible people. So I wondered why they don't speak. Maybe because of their dads and their affiliation to each other. Oh, he's studying outside.
朋友คำนี้ว่า朋友
คุณโน้ต
ไหนพูดอีกทีสิ朋友
Oh, he's tutoring him.
ผึงโย
โยไม่ใช่โย
ผึงโย
เสียงสามภาษาจีนที่ผมไม่เอกภาษาไทย朋友
ผึงโย
I love his voice.
จำความรู้สึกนี้ไว้นะ
Stop.
朋友
ผึงโย
จำได้ใช่ไหม
That's so
จำได้หรือ
sweet.
เปล่า
จำได้ครับ
Their eye contacts.
ไหนลองสิ
ผึงโย
เอามือจับคอตัวเองสิ
ผึงโย
朋友
ผึงโย
朋友
ผึงโย
朋友
ผึงโย
หนึ่งเดียว
หนึ่ง
Neungdiao. He's trying to tell
เรียกว่าหนึ่งเดียว
tell him to call him Neungdiao, yeah.
ไม่ได้ครับคุณหนู คุณหนูเป็นเจ้านายผมนะครับ แล้วก็คุณหนูอ่ะ ก็มีบุญคุณของครอบครัวผมด้วย
Mm-hmm.
ผมควรจะให้เกียรติคุณหนูนะครับ
ก็นั่นมันเรื่องของพ่อมึงกับพ่อกูไม่ใช่เรื่องของเรา มึงบอกว่าจะเป็นเพื่อนกูอะชื่อกูมึงยังไม่เรียกเลย
Oh,
ก็อยู่ที่โรงเรียนอ่ะ ผมเป็นเพื่อนให้คุณหนูได้ครับ แต่ถ้าเกิดอยู่ที่เนี่ย
I'm your servant.
ผมเป็นคนใช้เหมือนเดิมเลยครับ
Pobrecito.
มึงรู้ไหมว่าผงโยแปลว่าอะไร
Friend.
โยกแปลว่าเพื่อน
Yeah.
แล้วมึงเข้าใจคำว่าเพื่อนไหมเพื่อนอะมันไม่ต้องมีสถานที่ ไม่ต้องมีเวลา ไม่ต้องมีสถานะ มึงอยู่ไหนมึงก็เป็นเพื่อนกูได้ มึงชอบให้กูออกคำสั่งใช่ไหมได้ งั้นต่อไปนี้กูสั่งให้มึงห้ามเรียกกูว่าคุณหนูเด็ดขาด มึงจะเรียกกูว่าหนึ่งเดียว หรือมึงจะกูมึงเนี่ยกูไม่ถือเลย แต่มึงห้ามเรียกกูว่าคุณหนู เข้าใจไหม
ถ้าเกิดจะให้พูดกูมึงกับคุณหนูเลยอ่ะ ผมคงทำไม่ได้หรอกครับ ถ้าเกิดพ่อผมมาได้ยินอ่ะ พ่อ
Right.
ผมเอาตายแน่
มึงก็ไม่ต้องกูมึงก็ได้ แค่อย่าทางการมาก นี่คือคำสั่งเข้าใจไหม
Why don't you tell your mom? Get permission.
สั่งในฐานะเพื่อน หรือว่าเจ้านายนะครับ
ไม่ควรตีเนาะ
เปล่าครับ แต่ยังไงถ้าจะไม่ให้เรียกคุณหนูอ่ะ ผมก็ทำได้ แต่ว่าผมขอเรียกคุณหนึ่งแทนละกัน
Mr. No.
ผมถนัดแบบนี้มากกว่า
It's a start.
ขี้เกียจเถียงมึงนะ มึงมาหาว่ากูดื้อเนี่ย มึงแม่งดื้อชิบหายเลย ไหน มีคำศัพท์อะไรอีกนะได้ยัง
ก็ได้แล้วครับ
I love this scene.
แต่อย่าเผยผิว
Hi guys.
แต่คนที่ดีกว่า
I missed him.
คุณสุภกิจครับ ผมขอโทษ ผมไม่ได้ตั้งใจจะโกงบ่อนนะครับ
Uh-oh.
จะทำอะไรผมเลย
นี่ขนาดมึงไม่ตั้งใจนะ
Yeah,
นี่ยัง
this
โกง
is
กูไม่ได้เป็นแสน
reminding me of Ken Force for
ถ้ามึงตั้
sure.
งใจขึ้นมากูไม่หมดตัวเลยเหรอ
จะทำอะไรผมนะครับ
Oh no. Oh no.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ย
No.
ถ้ามึงยังไม่มีตังค์มาจ่ายคืนกูกูจะตัดนิ้วมึงไปเรื่อย นิ้วมือมึงหมดกูก็เอานิ้วตีนมึงต่อในการ
Ay! Enough! Are we GMMTV? I wasn't ready! Wow, that is brutal.
ยังก็โชคดีสิครับ
Hmm.
ที่ผมไม่มีพี่น้อง ผมเลยไม่ต้องแข่งใครมันต้องแข่งกับหนึ่งเดียวไงแล้วจะไปแข่งกับเขาทำไมอ่ะพ่อ ผมไม่ได้อยากเป็นศัตรูกับเขาเนี่ยครับ
Hmm.
แล้วเราก็ไม่มีทางที่จะได้สมบัติของเขาด้วยโหจากป้าธัญญาไอ้หนึ่งก็เตรียมรับงานต่อแล้วแล้วถ้าไม่มีสองคนนั้นพ่อหมายความว่าไง
Setting up such a bad example to his son. Where's his mom?
ปกติสระเราเนี่ยเปลี่ยนน้ำทุกอาทิตย์ป่ะ
ใช่จ้ะเป็นนะ
คือช่วงนี้เนี่ยค่าพละที่โรงเรียนก็เปลี่ยนมาเรียนว่ายน้
He's still a baby.
ตั้งใจนะ
เร็วๆเลยพวกจะมาสายอ่ะ ยืนเข้าแถวหน้ากระดานเลย
He's so
จะให้
tall.
ปิดพื้น20 ครั้ง เตรียมตัวเลย
Oh no.
ไม่ต้องเติมเข้าไปได้เลย
Special
ำ
treatment.
จะ
Oh.
นะ
ไม่เป็นไรเติมเข้าไปเลย เดี๋ยวตรงเนี้ยจัดการเอง
And he was willing to do it too. Oh
ไปเร็
no.
ว
That's why he's a target of bullying. I mean, it's not okay,
ต่อดิ
but I see why his colleagues kind of see him as a target.
เก็บของเสร็จเดี๋ยวก็ตามไหม
Because he doesn't get to suffer the same way they suffer. He doesn't have to pay the consequences that they pay.
ที่มึงไปตีสนิทกับมันเขาต้องการอะไรจากมันหรือเปล่า
Uh-oh.
มันพูดแบบนั้นวะกูจริงใจเลยที่ไม่ต้องหวังผลตอบแทนก็ได้นะเว้ย
Well, kiss your friendship goodbye.
กูบอกมึงไม่สนิทเลย
Mm. I feel like Chopper is also on the same page or similar page as Neungdiao in terms of being, obviously they're part of the same empire, but I feel like he's also sheltered in a way and doesn't really seem to have a lot of friends either. So the delivery of some of his questions are kind of offensive. I hope that he wasn't trying to be. He doesn't seem to be purposely questioning him to offend him. I think he was genuine about his questioning, because that seems to be the recurring theme here. You know, people try to get close to, at least in the past it seems, you know, people try to get close to Neungdiao pretending to be his friend, but then they ultimately want something in return for their own personal gains. But I feel like there's another reason why he's asking Ben about his newly formed friendship with his cousin Neungdiao. I can't put my finger on it. I think you guys might have a better idea what might possibly be the other motives of him questioning Ben about his, you know, newfound friendship with Neungdiao. Interesting, because he doesn't seem to want to compete with Neungdiao. He even openly said it to his dad, but his dad is the one pushing him, purposely pitting them against each other. Uh-oh.
ถ้าอย่างนั้นผมขอกลับห้องก่อนนะครับ
เดี๋ยวว่ายน้ำต่อสิ
Oh.
กูอยากดูอ่ะ
แล้วคุณหนู
Mr.
คุณหนึ่งจะไม่ลง
Right.
มาว่ายด้วยจริงๆเหรอครับ
ไม่
I just want to watch you.
เพื่อจะได้เรียนรู้อะไรจากมึง
Mm-hmm. That's so awkward for him. I wonder why he just want to watch him. Maybe he's already starting to feel some type of way. Having his permission to watch him takes out the awkwardness and the fear of getting caught staring at him. So I guess by telling him that I'm gonna watch you just gives him the opportunity to really observe him and maybe process whatever it is he's feeling towards him without again having to worry about getting caught staring at him. Maybe, I don't know.
กูจะมาสมัครเป็นอาสาเล่นเปียโนที่เนี่ยที่เพื่อนกูชวนมามึงกลับไปก่อนก็ได้นะ
เพื่อนคนไหนครับผมรู้จักหรือเปล่า
ทำไมกูต้องบอกมึงทุกเรื่องเลยเหรอกูก็มีเพื่อนของกูนะ
He's so good. Okay, when she said elderly people, their eye contact, look at him. He's so amazed and mesmerized. These people are not old. They're like my age. I feel attacked.
เขาเล่นเนี่ยแหละครับ
เฮ้ย
Aw.
เป็นเพื่อนกันยังไงไม่เคยเห็นความสามารถของเพื่อนตัวเองเลยเหรอ แล้วนี่ชื่ออะไรนะ
เราชื่อปาล์มเธอชื่อแม็กกี้ใช่ปะเมื่อกี้เราได้ยินแล้ว
โหดีจัง แอบสนใจเราปะเนี่ย
Oh. Don't flatter yourself, girl. Yay.
เก่งมากเลยหนึ่งเดียวสุดยอดมาเต้นให้กำลังใจเพื่อนกันหน่อยดีกว่า
Nah?
ผมเต้นไม่เป็นครับ
ยองหน้าซัพพอร์ตเพื่อนกันหน่อยแค่โยกๆไปตามจังหวะเอง
ผมเต้นไม่เป็นจริงๆครับ
มาเดี๋ยวเราสอนเชื่อเรามายืนนี่มาแบมือกับเรานี้นะถอยหลัง
ครับ
ไปก่อนค่ะถอยหลัง แล้วก็ซ้าย เดินหน้าเธอถอยหลังไปโอเคแล้วก็ขวาเป็นสี่เหลี่ยมแบบนี้โอเคปะ
โอเคครับ
เอาให้เข้าจังหวะนะ
Put your back down.
เหยียบเท้า
ระวังนะเดี๋ยวเจ็บได้ปะ
ได้ครับได้
It seems like his friend
เฮ้ยเก่งออกไหนบอกได้ไม่เป็นไง
is always finding someone else to interact with. Not on purpose.
เดี๋ยวต่อไป
So he's feeling, I don't know how he's feeling.
แต่ผมว่าคุณหนึ่งก็ดูมีความสุขนะครับ เวลาที่ได้เล่นเปียโนอะ
นี่มึงสังเกตกูด้วยเหรอนึกว่าสนใจแต่แม็กกี้
ผมก็ตั้งใจดูคุณหนึ่งอยู่ตลอดนะครับ
Oof. Not all heroes wear capes. Sometimes they wear high school uniforms.
ขอโทษนะครับ ผมม้วนไม่ค่อยสวยเลยอะ
แล้วมึงสะอาดเพิ่งต่อยกับเขามาดิ
But I still eat it. Mm-hmm.
อร่อยอ่ะมึงไม่เคยกินเลยเหรอ
คุณหนึ่งอยากกิน
Because you're so rich.
ถ้ากูขออีกสัก100 อันมึงจะม้วนให้ไหม
Yes.
ได้ครับลุงม้วนให้ไหม
ไม่เป็นไรครับ ผมมีคนม้วนให้แล้ว
คุณหนึ่งอยากได้ไส้เยอะๆหรือน้อยๆครับ
เอาแบบที่มึงกินอะ
Oh my god.
เอาไหม
ไม่เป็นไรครับคุณหนึ่ง
ทำไมกินเป็นเพื่อนกูไม่ได้อะอร่อยไหม
อร่อยครับ
อ อย่าบอกคุณลุง
อะไรครับคุณลุง
I am so happy, like my heart is melting. Ben, please be a good guy. Please. I like you. But don't fall for him. He's reserved.
โอ้โหไงเล่นใหญ่เหมือนกันแล้วเนี่ยยังไม่จบยังไม่จบ
He's so...
ไอ้ป๊ามีอะไรหรอ
เปล่า พอดีมีคำถามเรื่องศัพท์ภาษาจีนอะแล้วอย่างนี้เนี่ย เขาไว้ใจได้ใช่ไหมครับ
ไว้ใจได้ กูว่ากูมองคนไม่ผิดหรอก มึงไม่ต้องมาระแวงแทนกู
เชิญครับคุณดึกเรารีบกลับบ้านกันดีกว่าครับ
ทำไมอ่ะ เกิดอะไรขึ้นอ่ะ
เดี๋ยวค่อยคุยกันที่บ้านก็ได้ครับ
Huh?
งั้นเอาปาล์มไปด้วย
ไม่เป็นไรหรอกครับ เดี๋ยวปาล์มมันกลับรถเมล์ได้ครับ
เอาปาล์มกลับไปด้วยเนี่ยแหละ คำสั่งผมปาล์มไปขึ้นรถ
แต่ว่า
ไม่มีแต่
No
ทั้ง
but...
พ่อทั้งลูกเลยเนี่ยทั้งคู่เลย ต่อไปนี้มึงจะต้องไปกับโรงเรียนกูทุกวัน ไปขึ้นรถ
I hope this van is bulletproof. They're just testing them.
เกิดอะไรขึ้นนะลุงนนท์ไม่น่ามีอะไร
Now they've been watching you guys, just testing your defense, see how well you can defend yourselves.
ปาล์ม ฉันฝากเธอดูแลหนึ่งเดียวให้ดีหนึ่งเดียวเขาเป็นคนใจดี เขาเป็นคนอ่อนไหวเกิน มีแต่คนคอยจะมาเอาเปรียบเขา ฉันไม่รู้ว่าคนที่เข้ามาหาเขานี่ต้องการอะไรกันแน่ เธอต้องช่วยปกป้องเขาทั้งร่างกายและจิตใจ
That is a lot to ask.
ฉันไว้ใจเธอได้ใช่ไหม
ได้ครับคุณธัญญาผมจะดูแลคุณให้ดีที่สุดครับ
Some of you guys are a little bit worried about his dad, Mr. Chanon. I love that split screen. Oh my goodness. Now problem is starting to arise. People want mom's position and whatever she got. And they'll stop at nothing to get there, even, you know.
เฮ้ยปั๊บกูมีอะไรจะบอกมึงอย่างนึงนะ ช่วงนี้เนี่ยมึงอาจจะเจอกูบ่อยหน่อยยังไงก็ไว้ใจมึงหน่อยละกัน กูไม่ทำร้ายหนึ่งเดียวมึงหรอก แล้วเวลามึงยิงอ่ะนี่ผมคิดอะไรอยู่
ผมกำลังคิดว่าผมปกป้องใครสักคนอยู่
แต่พ่อมึงตายไปเนี่ยโดนให้แม่งเล่นหนักขึ้นเรื่อยๆ
Oh my goodness.
กะแล้วต้องเป็นมึง
A lot to unpack here. We got to know a little bit more about the characters. They gave us a lot to talk about. At least it gave me a lot to talk about. Starting off with Neungdiao, he's such a kind and sweet person, and you can tell that he really means well. And he tries to be kind to other people, but maybe because of his status in life and the way people view him, and maybe the way his families raised him, might have affected the way he communicates with people around him. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but he can definitely use some improvement, a little tweaking to make him, communicate a little bit more effectively without coming across as, kind of pushy. For instance, in the beginning of the episode, during that breakfast scene, really all he really wanted was for Palm, his new friend, to, have a seat and have breakfast with him. But at times he came off, at least to me, as a little pushy. He wasn't trying to be, it's just the way he communicated. I feel like part of the reason why he seems a bit awkward and pushy during that breakfast scene is maybe because he really hasn't had a lot of similar interactions with other people, similar to that interaction he just had with Palm in the kitchen scene or in the dining room scene. He probably hasn't had a lot of friends growing up, so maybe his social skills are not as refined as, say, Palm's. He's not able to pick up on certain non-verbal cues that other people give off. For instance, towards the end of the episode, when Palm walked up to Ben, he sensed that something was kind of off with Ben, so he walked up to him and really made it clear that he doesn't trust him. I feel like Neungdiao's ability to gauge people's intentions towards him only go as far as knowing whether or not you want anything in return for his friendship. I feel like once you've somehow convinced him that you want nothing in return in exchange for his friendship, whether your intentions are genuine or not, I feel like he slowly drops his guards down. But it's clear that Palm picked up something on Ben's vibe, something just not sitting well with him. Something's telling him that, maybe this Ben dude isn't as trustworthy as Neungdiao believes. And if that's the case, then that really confirms some of the suspicions that we may have about Ben up until this point. And Palm really made it clear to Ben that he is not the one to be messed with. Just the way he was looking at him, the way he's standing in front of him, really sending the clear message to Ben, don't try it. Just don't try it. I feel like moving forward, Palm is gonna be keeping a close eye on Ben, and that's in spite of Neungdiao's straight up dismissing Palm's concerns about Ben's true intentions. And I also feel bad for Neungdiao because he just seems so lonely. And I understand why his parents might have sheltered him just for his own safety. But as a result, I feel like it isolated him from everyone else, from kids his age, and in a way deprived him from really being a kid and enjoying being in the company of kids his age. But again, I understand why his parents might have done what they did in terms of keeping him in a bubble, because he is the only son and he is anticipated to take over the company once he's ready. So they want to make sure that he's protected at all costs. So now he seems like he doesn't have a lot of friends, and I feel like he has to question everyone's true intentions when they try to be his friends, because he's been burnt before. People wanting to be his friend, but then in the end, they really just want something in return. And I'm also worried that Neungdiao may have let his guards down a little too soon for Ben, out of jealousy or maybe even out of envy, especially after seeing Palm get close to Chopper. Not necessarily get close to Chopper, but he might have perceived it as he'd rather be friends with Chopper and Maki and not with him. So maybe that's his way of saying, oh yeah, well, I can be friendly too. Watch me. Since you want to be friendly, watch me make my own friends. Or maybe he let his guards down because he saw Ben as a genuine person who really wants nothing in return for his friendship. But part of me just does not trust Ben, and I feel like he has a hidden agenda. Neungdiao may have let his guards down too early. But so far, Neungdiao is really willing to defend Ben, so we'll see if that's gonna change in the upcoming episode. And then Palm, on the other hand, I really felt bad for him, especially in the beginning after his dad told him, no, you cannot eat in this nice table, essentially telling him and reminding him of his place in this hierarchy. That must have been confusing for him because he was getting conflicting instructions from Neungdiao and his dad. Neungdiao saying, no, sit down, eat. What's so hard about eating? Just sit down and eat this food. And on the other hand, his dad is saying, absolutely not. This is not a good look. You shouldn't be eating with our boss's son. Go to the kitchen and eat with us instead. And on top of that, his dad is telling him to take the bus while seeing his dad take Neungdiao to school in their family van. And I know that Palm knows and understands his place and that his dad is just doing his job. But I can't help but think about what might be going through Palm's mind while watching his dad essentially take care of someone else's son while telling him, go to the kitchen and eat there instead and take the bus to school and you're not coming with us. So again, I know that Palm is smart enough to understand and know his place, but I can't help but think, you know, that's gotta hurt a little bit, you know, poor Palm. And also, I'm wondering where Palm's mom is, because I don't remember them mentioning about her whereabouts. And Palm's dad, Mr. Chanon, some of you have expressed your suspicions and doubts about him. I initially really didn't pick up on that, but then looking back and seeing some of the things that took place in this episode, I'm beginning to second guess myself, and I'm also beginning to doubt him as well. Just the way he refuses to take Palm in the van with them with Neungdiao. I know he has his reasons, of course, but I don't know. And then also the way he disappeared right before Neungdiao's father was murdered. Again, I know he had his reasons. I think he said that he wanted to get the car so that they wouldn't have to walk far and they won't get wet or something to that effect. I can't remember exactly the wording, but I don't know. Looking back now, I'm like, I don't know if I buy those. And especially towards the end of this episode, right before what I think was an attempt to kill Neungdiao, right before that moment, he was just acting a little sketchy. There could be so many different reasons why that ambush didn't take place. Maybe because it wasn't supposed to be. Maybe it was just their way of testing the waters. Or maybe one of the reasons why it didn't happen is because it was supposed to happen, but then when they saw Chanon's son in the van, which wasn't part of the plan, maybe that's why they were like, okay, let's abort the mission but reconvene later. And again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I don't like that I'm having these doubts about him, because part of me still wants to believe that his intentions to protect Neungdiao is really genuine, because, you know, he's been there taking care of Neungdiao since Neungdiao was little. It'd just be really devastating to know that Chanon isn't as nice as he portrays himself to be. But now that there's an imminent threat to Neungdiao and Mrs. Tanya's safety and really their lives, it's really difficult to trust anyone, especially Chanon. But assuming that he's a good guy, that must have been so difficult for him to leave his son behind so that he could work somewhere else so that he can financially support Palm. And as a parent, that must have been so hard also for him to, you know, tell his own son, no, I'm sorry, you can't have dinner or breakfast with our boss's son. We belong in the kitchen, and no, you cannot be in the van with us. You need to walk to the bus station and take the bus and go to school. Because I can imagine as a parent, you know, you want the best for your kids. You want the nicest things for your kids, but because of your status in life, having to tell your own son, I'm sorry, but you can't have these nice things, that must have been so devastating. But then again, if he really is concerned about his son's well-being and safety, then why choose him as Neungdiao's essentially bodyguard, especially now that Neungdiao has become a prime target? Doesn't that mean that he's essentially putting his own son in as much risk or an even greater risk than Neungdiao by having him protect Neungdiao, as opposed to maybe hiring another professional bodyguard? To me, this feels a little off. It just sounds so contradicting. I can't even imagine how Palm probably feels about that. Like, my dad wants me to protect this person who has now become a #1 target. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm slowly processing it, I'm becoming more and more suspicious of Chanon. And then Chopper, so we got a lot of Chopper here. He seems like he really wants to carve his own path to success and really not rely heavily on his family's wealth. And he initially really doesn't want to compete with Neungdiao, but it's his dad that's forcefully pitting him against Neungdiao and making him feel like he's doing it for his own future, when really Chopper's dad is doing it for his own personal gains and using his own son as an accessory or as an extension of him in order for him to get to where he needs to be and where he wants to be and get what he wants to get. Their dynamic reminds me a little bit of Vegas and his dad's dynamic in Kin Porsche. So moving forward, I don't know how much Chopper is going to allow his dad influence his choices and decisions that he's going to be making. I don't know if he too is going to give in to the lust for power and control that his father has, or is he going to be defiant? I'm hoping the latter, but I guess it's too early to call it right now. And Chopper's dad, the usual, he's not happy with the assignment that Mrs. Tanya's given him. He wants more, like way more. He seems to be entertaining the idea of possibly having Mrs. Tanya and Neungdiao get put away for good, which is terrifying. I'm still convinced that he is involved in his own brother's murder, which is such a terrifying thing to say, but knowing what I know about him so far and seeing what he's capable of doing, that's really not out of the question. Really not out of the question. But I want to end this video on a positive note. I really enjoy Palm and Neungdiao's scenes together. They seem to be spending more and more time together, getting to know one another better. That scene when Neungdiao was trying to teach Palm how to pronounce that Mandarin word or Mandarin phrase was so adorable. And then especially when he had him touch his neck as he was trying to pronounce the word. Wow, Neungdiao is really trying to get to know Palm a little bit better, and Palm is, you know, a little hesitant because he doesn't see Neungdiao as the same level. He sees himself as his servant. So Palm is a little conflicted. He's been given specific orders, but at the same time, Neungdiao is giving him his own orders as well, which is motivated by him wanting to be his friend. And that scene when they were sitting by the curb, right after they had helped that poor street vendor, was so beautiful. Just them sitting next to each other, looking at each other. That was such a tender moment between the two of them, especially after that really dangerous and potentially deadly altercation between Palm and those punks. But they were able to move past that and share that really tender moment. And I don't know, it was just so beautiful seeing them look at each other, and especially when Palm was rolling that roti saimai. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing, but when he was rolling that and preparing it for Neungdiao to consume, and they were making these eye contacts and just the way they were just talking to each other, it just felt so natural. And I felt like that's the first time they felt comfortable sitting next to each other and not having to feel like they're different in terms of their status. That's just how I interpreted it. And then their eye contacts, I mean, I melted. It was just beautiful. Again, I love the pacing of this series so far. I love that they're not rushing into things, just letting it develop gradually, and it just feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. Anyway, that is it for our discussion for today. This episode gave me a lot to talk about. Again, if you made it all the way to this part of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I'm whispering because it's 12:30 at midnight right now. So, you know, we don't want to disrupt the neighbors. So that is it for us today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your time. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss my next video. Until then, I will see you later.